It all comes down to this, the third and final game of the Altitude. No, I'm sorry. Rewind. Scratch. The fifth and final game of the Altitude Team Liquid StarCraft 2 Open, starting off with 512 players, bringing it all the way down to these two, the last two Terrans standing on this King of the Hill, run through TeamLiquid.net, brought to you by Altitude Gaming and sponsored by Nimbly Games. I am DJ Wheat. Joining me is Chill, and are you ready to find out which one of us is the better predictor?
Yes, I am,
All
and
right.
I'm confident.
Yeah, you're always confident, dude. That's why I like you. All right, are you ready? Here's the countdown: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I believe I screwed that countdown up, so I will try to fix that as we go. But here we are in the final game of the final series of the Altitude Team Liquid Open. This is championship point for both these players. We have Strelok in the bottom left as the blue Terran, and we have Select in the top right as red Terran. Of course, Select went up 2-0, and then Strelok clawed his way back to bring it to 2-2. This is now going to be Select's map choice. Zelnaga Caverns, the first time we've seen it today on a TVT. And look at this little SCV. What's he up to?
No. Oh, wow, he is early. I was like, uh-oh. No! Oh, yes!
What?
Yes! He scouted it. Select is going to see exactly what's going on, and he's going to have to somehow figure out how he's going to deal with it. He went back to the middle line. He's like, dudes, we're getting attacked. Yes, that was huge. Losing that early on, that will throw off a little bit of the build time synchronization from Strelok. And, wow, what do you think about that?
That is going to be difficult for him to come back because, he built that depot way late because he was going to do some sort of either Reaper play or Marine play from within the base. So even if he tries to transition back, he's going to be behind all game just because of that.
Now, some people in chat are saying no one sends an SCV there. But, with the way that these games have been going on, I'm not surprised that he went and checked over there. He could have very well seen him come in and pop and check. And I don't know, when I see like a loose worker in my base, I'm always on the defensive and checking extra stuff out. So I didn't see what that SCV did prior, but now we have Select making his way over. He's like, oh, yeah, now your barracks is in your main. As this other barracks is already done, and there's a Marine popping out as well. So he has clearly got a little bit of an advantage here, and he almost gets that SCV before it finishes, but it's not going to happen.
Really close. He probably could have committed to just attacking it. Looks like he might swing around for a second go at it. Down to 10, and Strelok, very quick reaction, only taking one hit there, waiting for the Marine to come out, and he drives away the SCV. And yeah, a lot of players, especially depending who they're playing, they scout here and then they scout just past their natural by these dead plants, the vision blockers. They scout those two positions just to check for any proxies because they're very common on Zelnaga Caverns. So, not uncommon to see that sort of play from Select.
All right, so we got Select trying to take a little bit of map control here. He's got some Marines doing some scout work. He's going to drop by the Zelnaga Tower. He does have full control of both. And here comes this standard 2 Marines by Strelok to go ahead and either regain control of these towers or just try to do some damage. He has been successful in the past couple days, games. He has picked off a couple of SCVs. So, it seems to be a pretty effective thing. Now, for the first time ever, Select has this extra Marine that's usually not there. He's also got a factory going down. He has taken second gases, both guys have, and there is a starport. So he has gone from his ghost play to a very standard play, and now it's all going to come down to how much did that opening cheese, that proxy racks, how much did that set Strelok back?
It looks like Select actually wanted to attack there, but just sacrifices his SCV to get some vision. Tried to attack with those 3 Marines, but Strelok is equal to the task with 3 of his own. But Strelok is behind in everything he's doing. If we see his starport in his main base, just now starting at 300 HP. Meanwhile, Select's about to wrap up, just finishing now. He's going to swap that out with the Tech Lab, and it's going to be interesting to see if he goes Banshee with Cloak or Raven. Probably Banshee with Cloak is what I would like to see. Getting Cloak now first, and going Banshee, and I like this because this punishes the player who's behind a little bit, because it just feels like his cloak comes out faster, or excuse me, your cloak comes out faster because he was behind in the early game. So a very nice choice. This is also how he shut down the Reaper Marauder build. So I like it.
And so you could see that Strelok has sort of reacted to the fact that he is behind, and he is choked off the middle right here. Scan goes down in main. It is going to reveal that obviously the starport and the factory are hard at work moving away, and we do have Select with the Hellion out here who will catch an SCV off guard, and he will take that out. He will deny him any information as far as that's concerned, and the first Banshee is out, and by the time it actually does reach the base, Cloak should be done. An additional advantage is as he will get a little bit of extra energy by sending it this long route down here south and then over. And honestly, with Strelok being behind a little bit, he may not, I mean, he's going to have to drop the Marines out of this bunker or use these two over here, so this is going to be pretty nasty. Just looking at his energy, he's got 27 energy. The Banshee is stopped over here, so I'm just curious about, you know, if he drops a Mule and the scan timing is off, this could be really, really damaging.
He does have the Raven coming out, though, but it's only half done, and it looks like Select is setting up for this this three-pronged attack that we saw on the Lost Temple game, getting the two Banshees. So he's going to come in from the southeast, probably cloak up and start harassing, and then if a scan goes off, he's going to bring the one from the northwest in and start killing things there. We can see he's actually got the SCVs queued up. The Raven is actually out, so a Viking shot goes, two Viking shots on the Banshee, who's going to fly out, but here comes the second Banshee flying into flank in. Strelok has a scan, but the Raven is out to lunge, trying to chase down this first Banshee. Second Banshee coming in, taking out the Marines, actually. And now the scan goes off. Oh, God, it's so close.
Oh, my God. Beautiful micro.
Oh, my God, he lives. Oh, my God, I can't believe he lives. And now he's going to work on the SCVs, but decides to fly away. And he also has all these Hellions, which could run in the front, but that's blocked off by a tank. Very nice. Two depots and a tank. Gonna shut down any sort of harassment by Strelok.
That was just absolutely gorgeous. You know, this is also the second time that Select has done. I mean, he grabbed his fishing pole, he baited it with a giant worm, and Strelok was just a fish in the river going, I want that worm, because this Raven and that Viking chased him all the way over here. And so if you want a good, solid Banshee sort of attack formation to go with, you know, you send one way, you let him chase it away. If you even watched it, he like moved him back to be like, are you sure you don't want a piece of me? He dragged him all the way out there, and then look at what damage that other Banshee did. Just a two-pronged attack can just be so deadly. So many players just, you know, including myself, just totally just get crushed by that kind of stuff. So I really like that. And this Hellions just clean up, controlling that map, and here we got the expansion going out for Strelok.
You know, it's actually turning into an interesting game because Strelok has his expansion way before Select is prepared to fly out and take his expansion. And if we look at the income tab, the Harvesters are close, the income is close, so I really don't feel like Strelok is as far behind as I felt he was. For Banshee coming in to harass the natural, Strelok puts up two missile turrets to deal with that. Here comes another Banshee in the main base of Strelok. Select gonna go in and oh my God, Viking and turret! No, it's gonna live, but really driving that back. Select's gonna feel nervous about that. He's probably gonna send it back to his main base and repair it up. And Strelok is holding strong here. Wow, he's doing really well.
He is, for recovering off of that. I'll give your boy some credit for sure. And you can see I like this nice little line of siege tanks here. And it's good because if you also don't know they're there, any sort of units that just nonchalantly walk into that area are going to get devastated. We do have this Banshee part back here, another classic DJ Wheat blunder, just keeping your cloak on and not hitting D. But at the same token, Select is starting to put together this army. He's definitely more M&M oriented than he is, and we could have a push here by Strelok, and I am not sure that this would be expected here by Select. Now, he is going to see it thanks to these Hellions, but I got to wonder if he's got the force that can repel this. Only 3 tanks, 1 Viking. I feel like if these tanks can siege at a decent position, he might... Oh, no, Select's going to get him sieged up first!
Oh my God, he's got to be so careful if he gets caught by these Marauders. Oh, Select doesn't continue. He doesn't want to risk it. But the thing is, if you're a very methodical player, you don't get antsy, you can just set up your siege line across the middle of the map and be confident. And this Banshee coming in from the bottom flies into a turret. It's taken out instantly. Hellions coming around. Oh my god, the units are busy taking out these rocks and not dealing with the Hellions. So those Hellions could have got taken out, but really close here. We take a look at the supply. It's 100 for Select and 95 for Strelok, but he kills his destructible rocks first, and he may be set to take those. He's got his expansion building. Select putting down a few more barracks just outside his natural. And here come the Hellions into the main base. Oh my god, just running past. There's 3 in the main. Let's see what kind of damage they can get done here on the SCVs.
Oh, they're going to try their best. They go right into the mineral line. There are a lot of SCVs just clumped up. They're going to try to go in the corner.